Let's meet the starting five for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At the small forward position, at 6'6", number 23, Troy Brown. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 9, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. At the other guard position, standing 5'11", number 10, Mike Conley. Starting at center, standing 7 feet, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At the other forward position, standing 7 feet, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. The head coach of your home team, is your Minnesota Timberwolves.
And a happy Thursday evening to you folks. Hope you're ready for some NBA action here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. We've got John Collins, also a Marriott 7 out there, and it's George in at the point guard position. And for the Timberwolves, inside we got Towns and Gobert. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Mike Conley. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. The NBA season just getting going. Fall is coming in full force. Grant, there's nothing quite like this time of year.
It's the best time of the year. And I'm chomping at the bit. I mean, every fan is excited and, of course, optimistic. You know, fans all over are excited to see the new faces on their team. So nothing can beat some good old basketball in the fall.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Brown. And Fontecchio pulls it down.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And Gobert with a block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
And your 7 gets it to go.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Alexander-Walker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on. And he knocks down the first one. And Doris, when the Utah Jazz traded away Rudy Gobert, some questioned if it was the right move.
Well, you get 4 unprotected picks and a pick swap. That sets them up nicely for the future.
And so Gobert nails both of them. Well, Doris, the Timberwolves have made consecutive playoff appearances. That's a win for this team.
Well, when you consider that hadn't been done in this organization going all the way back to 2004, it does show they are moving in the right direction. The next step, obviously, they have to win a series.
Pass to Fontecchio, down to 5 on the shot clock. From the high post. And it's off the back of the rim, no good. George against Conley. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Now here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
Conley against George. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. outside, Brown. Pass to Gobert. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's a level of concentration right there. Rudy Gobert finishing shots like these, important.
George against Conley. When it comes to the Utah Jazz, it's evident that they are in rebuild mode. And he makes a first. You know, Doris, looking at the Timberwolves, they've emphasized rim protection.
BA, this is a theme across the NBA. As much as we see the proliferation of three-point shooting, teams...
He's perfect from the line this time. One constant we've seen from Utah in recent years is a nice balance of offense and defense.
That was certainly the case, BA, under Quinn Snyder. And the beauty is you have now installed a brilliant young coach in Will Hardy. He exceeded expectations in his first year, and I can't wait to see what develops as his career continues.
Uses the glass on the layup.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Brown. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Conley passes to Brown. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Alexander Walker. "13 feet out. Second chance effort. And Gobert with a nice bucket inside. Gobert's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Now here's George. Here's Fontecchio to the middle. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Fontecchio. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And too long on the shot. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, they beat this team in their last matchup, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
George for 3. He drops it from range. George has got 5.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Pass to Towns. Now Brown. Kicks it out Towns from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Collins with the slam.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Now here's Conley. No points yet. Pass to Towns. 3-pointer off the mark.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Here's Fontecchio. And here's George from the arc. Counted from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. Number 5, the Timberwolves.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Anderson comes in for Brown. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Fontecchio. Conley, count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Utah trailing here. Now Sexton from 11 feet away. Kept alive. Kessler with a bucket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. That'll put Karl Anthony Towns on the line. They'll pin that one on John Collins. Those advanced numbers for Karl Anthony.
And listen, his three-point stroke opens up the floor. He can also put it on the deck. He's very efficient. There's a lot to like about Cat.
And you look at the impact of Mike Conley. He makes a difference without making many mistakes, Doris.
B.A. just an extremely disciplined point guard. He'd rather make the smart play than the highlight reel. This guy sets such a great example on and off the floor.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. Pass to Reed. Conley with the ball. Kicks it out Towns. The 3 is up. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Nix is checked in for Minnesota. Milton comes in for Conley. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Towns with the ball. And Kessler picks him up defensively. Kicks it out Towns. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Sexton passes to Kessler. Horton Tucker with it. Can they get it? Oh, and Reed with a block. Pass to Nix. To the inside. Anderson inside. Defended by Horton Tucker. Anderson gets the bucket. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating.
Sexton against Milton. The floater. Oh, and Reed with a block. They recover it.
Olynyk has proven to be an effective role player. This is a guy who's proven he's willing to do whatever it takes to get the win.
That free throw good from Olynyk. When you discuss the Minnesota Timberwolves, what would you say about their front office, Grant?
This team's goal is to be taken seriously out west.
Both free throws good from Olynyk. And Grant, despite the lack of a superstar offensive weapon, the Jazz, one of the more efficient offenses.
Yeah, B.A. In 2 areas where they separate themselves, they shoot a ton of threes, and they do a really good job tracking down those long rebounds on the offensive glass.
Samanic passes to Horton Tucker. It's rebounded by Nix. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from deep. The kick out to Milton. Outside, Anderson. Olynyk with some nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And the basket by Horton Tucker.
Sexton is a point guard. It is his job to share the wealth, and he does there.
Milton surveys the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Reed. Outside Milton. High post Towns. 5 to shoot. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Samanic. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
It's hauled in by Samanic.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Now here's Anderson. Pass to Nix. Here's Towns. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Sexton passes to Kessler. .54 seconds left in the first quarter. Olynyk. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Love the hustle from Towns right there. Boy, engaged defensively.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Third team foul.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. 44 seconds left now in the first quarter. Samanic passes to Horton Tucker. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. .35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Sexton against Milton. Pass to Towns. 4-3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Utah trailing here. And here's Sexton. He's scoreless. With one on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Rudy Gobert making things happen for Minnesota. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. You've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Troy Brown out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Shake Milton. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Every team has to be able to switch to take away a lot of the action on the offensive team. So having defenders who can guard multiple players on the court is a must.
Now here's George. And Milton pulls it down. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Milton. Brown with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. And the shot goes. Brown's got his first 2 points. Utah's gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Now Collins. George against Milton. Collins outside. No good with the triple. Minnesota in the lead. Lets a floater go. And Collins with the big block. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Anderson. And Conley subbed in for Milton. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Now here's Brown. Tightly guarded. Pass to Alexander Walker. No good on the triple.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the three.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
George passes to Abaji. Now here's Collins. 17 points for him last game against Memphis.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Pass to Reed. Inside. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist by Reed. Reed's got 3 assists tonight.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. Down low. Kessler, no good. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Excellent D there from Collins.
I like the idea. We know we can make that shot, but the defense wasn't having it.
Count the basket.
Boy, you gotta love the determination there. He got good position and didn't take any chances. Finished right at the rim.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the basket by Utah. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by Collins.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
Yurt Sevens checked in for Utah. Here's Brown. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
George passes to Collins. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 10.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Anthony Edwards carries a swagger about him. He said, quote, "I am the most confident person in the world. I've always felt like I'm the best at everything I did." Coach Finch said, quote, "He is super confident, he's real, and he's genuine. A lot of guys have a confidence that hides an insecurity. He is not that. He knows who he is as a person and as a player." Brian?
Yeah, great point. Thank you, Allie. Here's Fontecchio. Over to the left wing. Abaji, the pass to Collins. Here's George. And the call will be against John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Pass to Reed. Now Brown. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now Collins. George outside. Here's Abaji. Collins with it. Oh, and Reed with a block. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. First team.
The first one falls.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness.
And Conley drops them both. Utah trailing here. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Abaji can't hit.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Reed for three. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Reed's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's 7 up top. Pass to Fontecchio. Shoots over Brown. No good off the back of the rim.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Now here's Brown. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Gobert, that's good.
Well, this is obviously a bonus when Rudy Gobert gets hot like this. You might as well keep feeding the big man.
George against Conley. Now here's George. Not a lot of room. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Will it go? Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Good. 3rd basket in 6 attempts. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Abaji pass to Yurtseven. Here's Abaji. Pass to George. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
And Utah calls time here.
Yeah, the coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Olenek's checked in for Yurtseven. Samanic comes in for John Collins. Horton Tucker, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And it's Colin Sexton in for George. The offensive rebound. Samanic passes to Olenek. Now Horton Tucker. 6 points for him. Sexton, that's good.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
Conley looking for an opening. Towns outside. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. Towns has got 11.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Olenek up top. Back to Sexton. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
And here's Conley. 9 points in his last outing. Reed finds Anderson. With the 7-footer. Pass to Nix. Just 5 to shoot. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Now here's Horton Tucker. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. 5th. And the first one at the line is good. Milton's checked in for Mike Conley. That one misses. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Sexton with it. Towns covering. Sexton, that's good. Milton with it. No points so far. You know, when analyzing the game of Colin Sexton, this is a guy who can score from all 3 levels, Grant.
You know, this is what his team has asked him to do, to be aggressive on offense and to shoot the ball with confidence too, B.A.
The shot by Towns, no good. Utah has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Here's Samanic, covered by Towns. Here's Horton Tucker. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Nix. Sexton grabs the board. The Jazz shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Reed against Olynyk. Back to Sexton. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Sexton's got 9 points in the quarter. There's a minute 17 left to play in the second quarter. Towns for 3. Utah with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And there's a 3-second violation. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Saturday, they'll go up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Now here's Anderson. Clock at 6. Milton passes to Towns. Shot on the wing. Here's Reed, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
They're working the outside game more than they did in the first quarter. The balanced approach seems to be paying off.
The Jazz making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. That free throw good from Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Nix. Blocked! And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. 5 on the clock. And they'll get another chance. Milton, no good. Outside Sexton for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc to the opposition. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter was all about Rudy Gobert. He had 12 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. Good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect.
I expect the defense to back it in a little more in the second half.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Jazz.
Well, the best way they can get back into this game is to show up their defense. They need to prevent second chance points and fight. I mean, fight to get their own. If they can do that, this game's still within.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side. My brother.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. If you look at Rudy Gobert in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle, you love the work ethic he has had on display.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Omer Yurtseven. Talen Horton-Tucker is out there with John Collins. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's Alexander Walker. The baseline J. Kick out to Brown. There's the triple. Collins with the rebound. And so it's Collins who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 11. Now here's Horton-Tucker. He's guarded by Conley. Horton-Tucker can't hit. And here's Minnesota now. They led by as many as 18. When this one's over, they'll be off to Charlotte as they take on the Hornets. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Yurtseven's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Conley passes to Brown. Towns outside. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. From downtown, that shot is off.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Fontecchio, defended by Brown. Oh, deflected and stolen by Gobert. And he's going for the lob. And Collins with the big block.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Mike Conley.
First team foul.
The first free throw is good. George, he's checked in for Horton-Tucker. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. For Minnesota, they've gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. Here's Conley. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Fontecchio's got 6 rebounds in the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Collins outside. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's 7. Good D by Gobert. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 9. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. 4th, the Jazz.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
And the call will be against John Collins. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
inside. Pass to Conley to win the drought. And the three-pointer goes. Conley's got 7.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
George with it. He's picked up by Conley. And some solid defense from Towns. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Utah Jazz are exceeding expectations since they reset their roster last season. Kelly Olynyk said, we can definitely get better still. We have a great group of high-character guys. We love competing next to each other. We have a lot of room to grow, and we just have to work on getting better collectively. Brian?
That seems like the rebuild is going well. Thanks, Allie. The Jazz, again, can't hit.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And the foul on Omer Yurtseven. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Towns against Collins. Towns passes to Brown. Pass to Alexander Walker. Clock at 4. Wing shot on the way. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's George. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Brown. Yes. Great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got assist number 7 tonight. Here's George. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 12.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Conley passes to Brown. Knocked away. Pass to Alexander Walker. Rebounded by the Jazz. Yurtseven's got 7 rebounds in the game. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
It's blocked by Gobert. Towns passes to Alexander Walker, and he lobs it up. Here's Fontecchio. Pass to George. Here's Collins. Defended by Brown. From 8 feet. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Conley finds Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. To the wing, right side. Here's Towns. No problem on the jumper in close. Towns has got 13.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Now here's George. 12 points for him. A nice shot by Fontecchio.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Shoots over George. Gobert inside. Yurtseven on him. Second chance shot. Gobert, no good. Utah has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to George. And the layup is good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Minnesota calls timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Brown. And Milton subbed in for Mike Conley. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Yurtseven. Olynyk comes in for John Collins. Samanic is checked in for Fontecchio. And it's Colin Sexton in for Abaji.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Olynyk. Over Towns. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Well, a nice effective mid-range game by Kelly Olynyk. Just a gorgeous release.
Outside, Anderson. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
Olynyk passes to George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Reed. Takes one from 10 feet. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
It's George on the wing. The kick to Olynyk from deep. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Olynyk's got 7.
Well, obviously, this one reason why Kelly Olynyk is out there. His ability to stretch the floor with his long-range shooting.
Towns passes to Milton. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Now Sexton. 12 points for him. Outside Olynyk. Fires from deep. Towns with a rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Milton finds Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, this guy has been on a mission. Karl Anthony Towns will not be denied on the offensive end of the floor.
And here's George. 16 points for him. Pass to Sexton. Releases. And Milton pulls it down. Milton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Alexander Walker. Checked by Sexton. Pulls up. And they recover it. Reed passes to Towns. Milton against George. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Sexton. And that one's long.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start. Getting the ball.
That's good from George. Minnesota has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Anderson inside. George defending. Misses the layup. Utah's got 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. On the wing, Sexton. Fader on the way. And it's Olynyk getting it to go. Olynyk's got 7 points here in the quarter.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half. Getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Power, you've got to love it.
Sexton passes to Olynyk. And here's George. Back to Olynyk. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Olynyk's got 11 points.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
George against Anderson. Pass to Reed. This one for 3. Horton Tucker grabs the miss. Utah trailing here.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Towns with the ball. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. The Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the pace. They've been dominant down low. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Have a chance. Let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And Milton's got the ball here for Minnesota. They have their two big men out there, Towns and Gobert, working inside. Then there's Tony Brown. Then there's Shake Milton. And it's Knicks in at the 2 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Abaji. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
And he drops the first. Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Yurt Seven's checked in for Utah. Fontecchio comes in for George. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Conley. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Hey, this guy is competitive. He's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley's doing work inside.
Sexton with it. Pass to Fontecchio. Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Towns finds Conley. 6 on the shot clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Ball call.
So it's Minnesota now. Towns. They get it again. Rudy Gobert finishes strong inside.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Sexton. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be a second foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Sexton against Conley. Sexton passes to Yurt Seven. Here's Fontecchio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up top. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Conley. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Sexton looking around. A nice shot by Fontecchio. Fontecchio's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Yurt Seven against Gobert. That one goes. Count it. Towns has got 21 points in the game.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
Here's Fontecchio. Back to Yurt Seven. And Gobert with a block. To the paint. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Sexton following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Yurtseven. Here's Abaji. Here's Fontecchio. Defended by Brown. For three, Sexton. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Yurtseven with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. And Troy Brown is going to pick up the foul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Abaji, the pass to Yurtseven. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Sexton. Lets it go from deep.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And Mike Conley picks up a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Utah has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Sexton against Conley. Looking to get back on track. Sexton, another miss.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Throws it up high. And Gobert with the stuff.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And Utah calls time here.
There's just a lot.
Here's Sexton. Yurtseven finds Sexton. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And that one's good from Conley.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Pass to Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This young man loves to play through contact and certainly has the frame to absorb it. Go ahead, young Sexton.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And so it's Minnesota with it. Pass to Alexander Walker. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
And it's Collins with the ball for Utah. It's a 16-point game. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Here's Conley. To the middle, deflects the pass, and that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Gordon Tucker comes in for Sexton. Five to shoot. Here's Conley. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Horton Tucker, the pass to Kessler. Back to Horton Tucker. Pass to Fontecchio. It's Horton Tucker with a drive. Up and over Conley. And the basket by Horton Tucker.
Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
Outside Milton. Now Towns. The 17-footer. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Towns. Conley's got 12 now in this quarter. All right, time for an injury report.
Guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer from Minnesota. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. They are going to keep him on the sidelines tonight, and it may be a few more games until he's ready to get back on the court. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
They're just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And you look at this new in-season tournament. What are your thoughts, Grant?
So be
First one falls for him.
And so far, Collins has been a pleasant surprise. A mobile, quick-thinking big man with enticing potential.
Reed's check. Both good from the line that time. And the NBA's TV deal expires after next season. What are you hearing about where things are headed, Grant?
Well, B.A., the league seems focused on greater access for the fans, especially the cord cutters. So with more games on broadcast TV and possibly a streaming package as well.
Now here's George. And he's going for the oop here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
The Timberwolves shooting a nice 50% for the game. Now here's Milton. He's closely guarded. Rebound, Utah. Fontecchio, the pass to Abaji. Pass to Kessler. Here's Abaji. Shot clock at 5. It's George with the drive. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Brown.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Back to Conley. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Now here's Collins. George outside. Pass to Kessler. Now here's George. He's guarded by Conley. Step back and fire. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. To the right side. Here's Reed. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 5th rebound in this one. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Good on the bucket.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Conley passes to Brown. Towns looking for an opening. Pass to Conley. Shoots over George. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Utah, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Here's Fontecchio. Towns with a rebound.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Milton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Is a success as it creates a Game 7 atmosphere, and the NBA really knocked it out the park with this one.
First free throw is good. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Olenek's checked. That one's no good. Utah has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Rudy Gobert.
Well, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
First one falls for him. Anderson's checked in for Towns. And so he hits both. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside Horton Tucker. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set to stay.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Sexton passes to Kessler. Takes a 13-footer. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Well, Colin Sexton working this shot into his basketball game. Such a critical aspect for him to have.
Outside Milton. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.